Turn, if you would, with me to Matthew 5:43 and 44. Jesus says here, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you." We think about Jesus' teaching there. He's teaching a change in mindset for those who want to serve God. He's telling them, you used to hate your enemy. I'm telling you, as the Son of God, I'm telling you to love your enemy. We think, how do we love our enemies? It is so hard to show compassion for one who is doing what was done at London Bridge last weekend. We think of how easy is it to show compassion to that person. It's difficult for us as humans to do so. But when you think about loving your enemy, when we identify our enemy, spiritually speaking, as one who is hateful towards God, who is against God. And as we think about that, to love that enemy is to do what? Is to expose them to the truth. When we expose them to the truth, we show a great love for their soul. Turn, if you would, with me to Hebrews, the 4th chapter, if you're following along as you watch this. Hebrews 4, verse 12, "For the word of God is living and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the division of soul and spirit, and of joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." The Word of God is a powerful tool to expose the heart of every individual for what it is. It is either a heart that is craving the truth, when hearing it is piqued in interest by it, or it's a heart that is not interested in the truth and will be pushed, be further encouraged to go the direction it's going, which is away from God and further away from God. As we think about these things, loving our enemy for us as Christians is our charge from Jesus. How do we love our enemy? I love my enemy when I expose them to the truth and let the truth do its job. I don't preach judgmentally at the individual. I open the Bible and I say, this is what the Word of God says about this. This is what the Word of God says about that. And it is the Word of God that speaks to them, not the word of Eric Stouffer, not the word of man, but the Word of God. And when the Word of God speaks to someone, it will speak powerfully to them. Again, it will do for them what they want it to do. It's either going to confirm them as an enemy of God, or they're going to be opened to the idea of becoming a friend of God. At any rate, when I have taught the truth to that individual, I have done what I was supposed to do. I have loved one who was an enemy of God. And I've given them the opportunity to quit being an enemy of God and become a friend of God, a true friend of God, a servant of God, a child of God, one that he sent his Son to redeem, and when they obey the gospel, then they are redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. And as we think about that, how do I love my enemies? I love my enemy by sharing with them the truth and letting the truth do its work. Paul said he planted, Apollos watered, God gave the increase. We need to have the same mindset. We need to plant, water, and let God do what he will do best, and that is give the increase. As you have opportunity this week or in the coming days and weeks, if you are out here in this part of the country, we encourage you to worship with us at the Mary Street Church of Christ in Crane, Texas. Our Sunday services, Sunday morning Bible study at 9:30 a.m., Sunday morning worship at 10:30 a.m., Sunday evening worship at 6 p.m. Our midweek Bible study is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Again, if you are in the area and you have opportunity, we'd love to have you come be with us. Trust you to have a good rest of the week in service to God.